Hey YouTube, it's old Watachi again. Had some stuff come across, information sent to me again on Virginia and the gun bans and stuff that they've been pushing. Well, I've said this before, people, and I'm going to say it again. The end of the first Civil War ended in Richmond, Virginia, where Lee surrendered to Grant. Well, the second Civil War is starting in Richmond, Virginia, too. You could damn sure bet. All these gun bans and stuff that they've been talking about, they've just passed through and have already gotten some of those put into place, which is banning rifles and shotguns, adjustable stocks, magazine sizes, flash suppressors, all kinds of stuff, people. And they got them passed. They got them passed. This is the first of many states that are going to do this same thing. Now, all of you that like to brag on old Trump could put a stop to this with an executive order, with one executive order, because this is a federal law that they are talking about banning. And Trump could stop this immediately. He's not going to, folks, because that's part of the plan. They have to take our weapons. They have to take our weapons, and then they will go ahead and come out and tell us the truth about what happened to us at the end of the Civil War. And then the rest of you will finally believe the truth. But until they admit it, you're not going to believe it. It's just like, the people who still believe in the globe Earth and that there's a vacuum of endless space above our heads and all that crap. And that's, I'll tell you what, it's gotten so bad for the globe earthers that I actually had one yesterday or the day before claim, and this guy I've known for a long time. I even considered him pretty much awake. He even claims to be a Christian. But these globe earthers are on the damn rope so bad from what has happened to them in the last 2 years that this globe earther claimed that the Big Bang Theory explains how God created everything. Now, to this globe earther, God was responsible for the Big Bang Theory and evolution and all that. Because God didn't have the power to just do what it says in the Bible he did. He had to start it off and let it evolve into. It just blows my mind what people that claim to be Christians say. It just blows my mind. And then the people who still believe that the moon landing happened, that they can go into a vacuum of space where they claim extreme hot and extreme cold. Well, I hate to tell you, people, but in a vacuum, there are no molecules. So there can be no hot or cold without molecules. So there can be no hot or cold. There cannot be a vacuum of endless space next to our pressurized gas atmosphere. Because if it was true, our atmosphere would force itself into the lower pressurized area, meaning no pressure in a vacuum. It would force itself into that area because that's what the law of thermodynamics states. Entropy. A higher gas pressure will always seek a lower gas pressure, and it will try to fill the area to create an equilibrium. Our atmosphere would not exist next to a vacuum of space without having a container. The antecedent for gas pressure is the container. Look up the definition. It states it right in there. We all agree we have a gas pressurized atmosphere, don't we? then if we have a gas pressurized atmosphere, we have to have a container around it, which the Bible calls a firmament. This same globetrot that I thought was awake has told me he has photos of Saturn and the rings. Says he has satellite or telescopes in his garage that are so powerful that he can clearly see the planets just as NASA has shown them through his telescope in his garage. This is what he says. Yet I've known him for many, 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 many years. He's never showed me one photograph of any planet that he took. But these are the kind of people that claim I'm wrong and they have no facts. Hell, my facts are the actual science and the scientific method being used are the facts that I'm talking about. Because you can't prove gravity. You can't manipulate the independent variable to prove it. It's unprovable. You can't prove curvature. There is no curvature. You can't prove it. You can't prove a self-perpetuating molten iron core. Never been there, so you can't. You can't say what the sun and moon are because you can't land on them. You can't get to them. The sun is not 93 million miles away. It would not even warm this planet or the earth. I hate it when I say the word planet, but you guys got me brainwashed. But the moon and the sun are the same size. They're possibly even made out of the same plasma or whatever. The sun is meant to rule the day. The moon is not as bright. It's meant to rule the night, just like it says in the Bible. The stars are not flying millions of miles per hour, billions and trillions of miles away and all that bullshit. Them stars have always been in the same place they are. They rotate just like the sun and moon do. That's all it is. If you can navigate the oceans and the land with the stars, sun, and moon, they're pretty much stay in the same place. They move into the same track all the time. So you can't prove nothing what globe earthers say, but they want to convince the people who believe that. And I just say the earth is flat. What the actual shape is, the Bible says it's a circle with an ice edge. That tells me that it's flat with it's circle, has ice all the way around it. What's on the other side of that edge ice, I have no idea. But I know the government knows a little. I don't know if they know it all, but they know some. But anyway, people, back to this Virginia stuff. It's just the beginning. It's all coming to a head. And if you guys think that Agenda 21 got pushed back to Agenda 30, you're crazy. I think Agenda 21 is still Agenda 21, and they're right on the mark. So, people, you better wake up. And if you think you're awake, you better wake up a little more, because believing these lies is not going to fix anything. It's not going to fix anything. It's just going to make things worse. And if you think the New World Order is the way it's supposed to go, I don't even know what to tell you. If you need to be under lock and key and told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, then that's sad. That's sad. Me, I'd just soon be out in the middle of no damn where nobody's around, so I can do what I damn well want, and nobody's gonna bitch about it. But they won't leave us alone and let us do that either. So, people, may God bless us all, because we're going to need it. Have a good day out there.